friend, come on in. This video is about turning leftover ham into a complete pasta bake that solves tonight's dinner and gives you another meal ready for later. This is less about eating leftovers and more about rebuilding them into something entirely new. Ham is one of those foods that seems to multiply in the refrigerator. Not everyone wants to repeat the same plate for days, so instead of reheating it, we are stretching it into something fresh, saucy, and freezer-friendly. Start with the pasta. Choose a shape like elbows or penne. Casserole pastas have ridges and hollow centers that trap sauce and prevent the bake from turning dense or dry. You can bake pasta from raw with extra liquid, but I prefer to parboil it a couple of minutes shy of the package time. Undercooking means the final texture is tender, not mushy. Salt the water well so the pasta carries flavor into the casserole. While the pasta cooks, build the sauce. In a skillet, add a bit of oil or saved fat and sauté diced onion along with any vegetables you want to include. Bell pepper and celery work well here. Because this casserole does not bake for a long time, the vegetables need to be fully softened now so you are not left with a crunchy filling later. Once the vegetables are tender, add minced garlic, salt, pepper, chili flakes, chili powder, cumin, smoked paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. A taco or chili seasoning blend works if that is what you have. Let the spices bloom for about a minute to wake up their flavor. If you enjoy heat, stir in a small amount of minced chipotle in adobo and adjust the spice level to your taste. Add about 4 ounces of tomato paste and cook it for a few minutes. Lightly caramelizing the paste deepens the flavor and prevents the sauce from tasting flat. Stir in 1 can of diced or crushed tomatoes and let it simmer briefly to bring everything together. Before draining the pasta, reserve a little pasta water. That starchy water helps loosen the sauce later without thinning the flavor, but be mindful of how salty the water is. Drain the pasta and toss it lightly with oil to prevent sticking while you finish the sauce. Combine the pasta with 2 to 3 cups of diced ham and the tomato sauce. If you have frozen or leftover vegetables, they can go in here as well. Stir everything together and check the consistency. It should be saucy enough to account for some evaporation and absorption in the oven, but not watery. Add a splash of pasta water, plain water, or tomato sauce if it feels too thick. Transfer the mixture to a casserole dish. Using 1 pound of pasta will fill a 9 by 13 dish or 2 to 3 smaller dishes. I prefer smaller dishes because this gives you dinner now and another one ready in the freezer without committing to a week of the same meal. Top with a generous layer of cheese. I am using a blend of cheddar and a Mexican-style mix for both melt and flavor. At this point, you can bake it covered right away or wrap it tightly and freeze. Bake at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius for about 30 to 45 minutes until heated through. Remove the cover towards the end to let the cheese melt and brown around the edges. That crisp cheese adds texture and makes the dish feel luxurious. What comes out of the oven is rich, lightly spiced, and completely different from the original ham dinner. The pasta is tender, the sauce is deeply flavored, and the cheese forms those golden edges everyone reaches for first. Instead of repeating last night's meal, you have transformed one leftover into dinner tonight and another meal waiting and ready for a busy weeknight.